can see this bumper was actually a black texture bumper in the past. Somebody's done a repair on it themselves or sent it to a company to do. So it's really dull, not because it's the clear coat that's dull, it's actually because the texture is still showing through the clear coat. We're not doing a blend into the wing on this one, we're just isolating it to the bumper corner itself. So let's start with a repair. I'm going to get this all cleaned up first of all using a water-based cleaner, just to remove any dirt and flies and just general contaminants on the surface. And we are going to be localizing this to say we're not blending into the wing. We're going to work around this trim here, and we're going to do a small fade out above and below on the corner.
I like to use an electric sander. This one has a 5-inch pad. It's brilliant for sanding out large areas of scratches. I'm going to mask up the edge of the wing just so I don't cause any additional damage on that panel. As I mentioned, we're not going to be blending that panel, it's already out of colour anyway. So we're going to start this time with 240 grit on the electric sander. And we're going to make sure we keep the DA as flat as possible so we don't cause grooves and divots in the plastic. You just want to keep the sander moving around so it can sand down the damage evenly. We'll then switch over to a P320 grit and go back over our 240 scratches to smooth it even more.
I'm just going to go around the edge of here now with 600s wet and dry. This is just to give the primer that we're going to use a bit more of a key, so it sticks nicely around here. And I'm not going to go too far, I'm just going to come probably about an inch past where I am now. And now I can come in with my grey scotch and key everywhere that we're going to be painting.
The idea with the grey scotch is you creating a key on the panel for the paint and primer to stick on here. This is very crucial, and if you don't get this part right, your paint will peel. So make sure you're getting all the edges and key up the surface until it's gone fully matte.
So now I've got that all prepped, ready for primer. I'm going to go ahead and use a black aerosol on this. We're just concentrating on getting an adhesion there. We don't need any build at all. So I'll use a black aerosol primer. We're going to use Spray Max. It's one of the newest brands I've started using, and so far it's been really good. So yeah, let's get some primer on there now. So I'm going to get this all flat down. I'm going to use 800s wet and dry with plenty of water on there. I've just put some tape on just so I don't catch the wing with my papers. I say we're going to use 800s wet and dry paper. I'm just going to lightly flat down. With this primer, you don't need to be aggressive with it and try and flat it down heavily. It's already really smooth. It's actually a lot smoother than the texture that's showing through already underneath. So again, I'm just going to bit of water and just very gently smooth over the primer. Now that should do it. Got a little bit of sunshine now as well, which is nice. I thought it was going to rain today because it's really cloudy. I'm going to peel that masking tape off, and so we can now get some clean masking on here and get this masked up for painting. I'm going to do all my outlining first, and then we can come back in and get some masking paper on here. You always want to make sure you don't leave any tiny little gaps like that. When I put my paper on, I'm going to do a loop over here, and I can then tape to this trim. I've taped a bit further than I'm going to go, because when I peel my loop back, when I spray my fade out on there, I know the trim is still going to be masked over. So I've gone a little bit further with the 2-inch tape, yeah, just to cover that when I'm fading out the area. And again, I'm going to do that on the top here. Although I'm fading here, I'm going to mask all the way over to here, just so I've gone a bit further than I need to.
This is where we're going to fold the paper to make a blend loop. I'm going to crease the paper to make the edge a little bit firmer. And then we can loosely place the paper over, leaving a slight gap underneath. When I'm taping it down, I just put my finger behind there, just to create a slight gap so the Clearcoat can drift underneath. This creates a much softer edge when it comes to doing the fade out.
Give it a 10-minute dry now. While it's drying, I've just got a couple of bits of tidying up to do. So yeah, rather than watching paint dry, I figured I might as well do something useful. So come back to you in about 10 minutes time and we can denib and machine polish and then put a coat of wax on this. See you soon. Just cool it down with some cold water. And I'll get some 2000s. I'll just give it a light tickling down. It doesn't need much at all in terms of finishing, so just a very light tickle over just to make sure there aren't any nibs or bits of dirt in the clear coat.
I'm going to use P1500 wet and dry here, and we're just going very lightly over the surface, being careful not to put any pressure at all onto the panel. We just want to smooth the surface down and remove any imperfections. And once we've sanded it all down, we can check our work, and if there's anything highlighted that needs a bit more flatting, this is where we can recheck and flat down as needed.
There's none in there at all, which is good. So I'll flat down first. That just helps highlight any imperfections that are trapped in the surface. Oh, in fact, I made a mistake. There's one there.
Sometimes I miss things, and that's why I always like to double check.
There we go, there was one. So I'll get some machine polish now. Usual G360 compound. A little bit on the polishing head and gently rub it over the area.
I like to keep my machine polisher at a medium speed whilst applying very minimal pressure onto the panel. We're going to move it around and be careful to distribute the heat evenly. After we've done that, we can come with our microfiber and remove any excess polish. And we can check over our work for a final time.
Awesome. So we can get it all unmasked now. And then we'll put a ceramic spray wax on there. So we're all done. If you did like what you saw, please drop a like and subscribe on this video. If you have any questions, remember, put a comment below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. We'll see you in the next video.